episode of Raging Out in Clash. We've got, we're going to rage today. My name is Jen, and we're here with SK as well.
You forget my name.
No. Okay, so we're raging out today because
we? You mean you?
No, well, yes. There's some events going on. We're going to talk about the events, and that's where I'm going to rage. We're going to talk about our war, the last war that we had, our current war as well. And we're going to talk about my base, just kind of how things are progressing there. We're going to talk about the new setup that they had for the Clan War Leagues, the pre-qualifier or something starts tomorrow, so we're going to talk a little bit about that, and that will probably take up all of our time today, and you might have a can't fix stupid because I don't. So yeah.
Do I have the can't fix stupid because somebody has been falling asleep and not recruited?
To be fair, I am also trying to learn a new language, and sometimes I get tired, and I just,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, where do you want to start? Let's start with the events. Let's get my rage out right now because I am annoyed. So,
why are you annoyed, Jen?
There was a bowler event. There was a bowler event on. It's gone now. There's a super archer event currently on. And then there's a construction reduction event for the builder base, which is also on right now. So my beef, my rage, is that stupid bowler event. I think I completed about 16 or 17 out of 20. Out of 20 is my rage. Why the hell did there need to be 20 freaking attacks?
Yeah, particularly seeing as last episode we said, what was the next red number that we liked?
8 was sufficient. 8 was sufficient. And then, you know what happened yesterday? I got distracted because I was doing something outside of the game. For 2 hours I got distracted. In those 2 hours, I was supposed to be doing my raids to get my bowler event done. And did I get them done? No. So I am raging at myself and at the stupid event coordinator that decided that 20 was the good number for that event because that was a stupid idea.
20 does seem excessive.
And not like 15 for this stupid archer one. And I'm saying stupid archer because it's exactly what it is.
Well, I don't know why they wanted 20 attacks with a bowler. They must just think everyone's just been using bowlers as their regular armies, and then boom, that'll be no problem. 20 attacks done. How long was that over? 3 days was it? It's quite a lot.
It was a little bit longer than these other two, but
was it longer? Didn't feel
it was.
Okay. Well, so I agree with you there in that. I do think that 20 attacks is too much, but I'll make you feel better.
You didn't complete it either?
No, mine's worse. I completed it, but because I'm maxed out and therefore can't get the potion, it doesn't self-collect. So when I woke up this morning and the event wasn't there, and because
you don't even get the HP until you collect it.
The XP, no. So I am even more outraged than you are, Jen, because I actually completed the damn event and got nothing for it. Could have at least given me the XP.
I'm a little bit less raged right now because I was like, damn it, that's 400 XP that you got.
It was 500.
Was it 500? Okay. Well, as long as you didn't gain that on me, I'm okay.
I knew that would make you feel better. That's why I didn't tell you until now. But they should just at least give you the stuff that you can get.
Yeah.
So yeah, all that effort was wasted. So how many have the archer ones have you done?
I've done 7. What I was doing with the event, because the Archer one had started after the Bowler event, and I still needed to complete so many freaking Bowler ones, I had a Peck Smash army trained, which had the Bowlers, and then I was getting the Super Archer in my CC. Mm-hmm. So I was not always, because the Peck Smash army was quite strong, I wasn't always needing to use my CC, so I would just drop it and then just get the Super Archer out anyway. So I ended up getting 7. I did 7 attacks. I still need freaking 8 more because this one is 15.
I have done, how many have I done? I think I've only done 6, possibly. Same as you, I just get them in my CC and just, it's not part of my army, it's just the way it goes.
It's nice because...
Oh no, I've done 7. Woohoo!
I find it nice because it's a super troop that the 11s can help with.
Yes. And that is...
they can unlock. So.
Like what was the last one that they did? Barbs, was it? No?
I think so. And because we have 4 Max Town Hall 11s, they're all, they all have excess Dark Elixir that they can be spending.
Mm-hmm. And it's about time they pay us back for all the siege machines we're giving them.
And not just the siege machines, all the super minions that they get more.
So, 15 super archers ain't too bad. And I think it's quite useful and quite helpful for the 10 and 11 that doesn't live in our time zones. Because he does have them unlocked. And because nobody other than the 10 and 11s can donate it, it kind of sits there and it's ready for him when he wakes up or when he has logs on to be able to donate that, and actually that does help him, give back, which is good. So
I like when he would come online and say, you know what, I'm going to be on for the next 15-20 minutes, because I would request for him, because
it works. Communication works amazingly enough. Who knew that just communicating that you're online and we're not out there to trip you up or anything. We're there to help. So, yeah. I mean, you know me. I don't have any friends. I'm Billy no mates. Apart from that one, Town Hall 10, who I must have had a moment of weakness. Is now my friend, and I regret it so much. But I have no friends, because it's difficult when you're recruiting, because you just get bombarded and they'll be like, hey, I know you're online, can I get this, and this? And I'm like, leave me alone. And also because when I'm prepping for a war hit, I don't need people to be like, oh, just wait until you hit so I can watch and give you the little evil eye. So I have no friends, so I don't know when he's on. But I do have a general sort of gut feeling as to when he's normally on, and if he's that number 2 person, then I will request for super archers, and he does gladly give them to me, which is good.
Good. The other event going on, I got excited when I saw the heading. It said construction reduction. I was thinking, okay, I can get, one of my other accounts, my Rush 12, I can get it all caught up because there's going to be a reduction in the buildings. And then you nicely pointed out that it was the builder-based construction reduction.
You thought it was going to be like a builder, what's it called? A builder.
Like a hammer jam or something. Yeah.
But no.
No, it wasn't. It's 400 measly XP, and they're just gonna rub it in my face and give us a builder gold rune, because I still haven't gotten my regular gold rune.
Because it's not like the last 2 clan games had builder gold runes.
Exactly. That's why I'm thinking that the update that's coming is going to have something to do with builder base, because...
it won't, because Darian has admitted on several occasions that there are no more plans for builder base at all.
Well, that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying, but maybe it's going to be a surprise.
Yeah, it'll be the worst surprise ever. It'll be almost as good a surprise as knowing that there was a builder base in the first place. Do you still remember all that? It was like all that hype for Build a Base, right? Saying this new thing's coming. What's the boat about? It's gonna be amazing, right? What's this whole boat thing? And then turned out to be Build a Base, and everyone hated it. And then it was like people, but like obviously people in the know knew what it was, and they were hyping it up. And it's like, oh, it's so much better. It's like it's gonna be amazing. It's a game changer, right? And it's like, if the main village was a Ferrari, then this is gonna be something else, right? And people were like, well, is it gonna be like I don't know, a Prius or something? It turns out that the car nobody really wants, but has to have. But not that I have anything against the Prius. It's healthy and whatnot. But I'm just saying, it's such a disappointment, Build a Base, that I don't think you're really allowed to joke about. I think Diane would think it unwise to joke about not doing anything on Build a Base and then have it be about the Build a Base. There would be uproar, I think. But yes, no, the event name itself is misleading. Construction reduction is, yeah. False advertising.
1,200% worth? That's a minimum of 12 attacks.
Yeah.
Minimum of 12.
Well, you get a ruin.
I've gotten a ruin in the last 2 freaking clan games. Thank you very much. I don't need a third one.
So will you be completing that event, Jen?
I might do it just for the 400 XP.
So
because I'm pretty sure you're gonna do it as well.
Oh, so we're now in this sort of endless cycle of I have to do them because you're gonna do them and vice versa.
Yes.
Or you could just not be competitive again.
I figured out, I now know how many XP points are in the entire challenge, like the checklist, or not the checklist, but the
achievements.
The home village and builder base achievements. I know how much XP you get in that entire thing if you complete it all. So I will know now when I pass you, if I for real pass you, because I will know how much XP ahead of you I need to be to actually be ahead of you, even if you were to claim all of your achievements.
Okay, this is getting a bit like, okay, first of all, you can never say you're not competitive after that kind of conversation. But this is like a he said, she said, they said, what mean. You would have to you would first have to beat me and then get a full brand new achievement to be apps, like whatever the total XP from the achievements there are in both Builder and Village, you'd have to get at least that again.
No. I'm saying that because I can pass you and I can get more than you, even if there's no new achievements, because of the donations. I can earn more XP.
Yeah. So no. What the only true way that you will, for sure, know that you've beaten me in terms of XP, right, is that you surpass me first of all, right? So you get whatever XP I have, like the level, right? Mm-hmm. But you'd have to get more than that. You'd have to. Well, listen to me first. The first step would be to get the same XP level as I am plus 1 to know that you've got more XP than I have currently without me collecting my achievements. And then on top of that, you would have to add on the total amount of XP points from the achievement board.
I know. That's what I said.
But that's a lot.
I know. I figure,
that's a lot, Jen. If you're that dedicated, then.
When I get to that point, I'll be able to calculate how many levels above you that will be. I'm thinking it's probably about 4 or 5 actual XP levels above you to be kind of evened out, where if you were to collect all of your achievements, I would
It's gonna
still
be 4 or 5 XP levels. You're gonna have to do the maths, and you're gonna have to show me as proof.
Well, I can't do it right now because I don't know what the XP, how much it goes up every level, but I'm not even close. I'm just saying I know
You're just saying that you're plotting, you know, you're playing the long run, and you've already got a plan in place.
Well, things are going to slow down now because we're going to have a Town Hall 12 soon, and I'm going to be losing donations because he's going to be able to donate Max Hogs and donate Siege Machines. So I'm going to be losing donations.
Oh, boo-hoo. Like, that guy's ever really on that much. Right? So, yeah. Well, you know...
Then I will, because I'll be working earlier.
Well,
in the future.
Should that day ever finally come, Jen, when you get the same level of XP as me, plus 1, plus all the XP that's available in the achievements board, then I have, for sure, have been playing this game too long. I'm thinking about 10 or 15 will come out by then.
I'm thinking that's where I'll probably catch you, 10 or 15.
Alright, but remember, at the same time, I am also donating.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to donate more than me. That's the only way you can hope to catch up.
Except for these last couple seasons, because...
Yeah, don't think I haven't noticed that I am clearly kicking troops for this request, and then bam, Gemma.
No, I have a lot of... What I do is when I know war is starting, I cook up what everybody always asks for, and I have that in my queue, because...
Lies!
I do!
No, for these requests, the requests where I saw, and I was filling them all up, and then you were like, bam. There was no way you had that many siege machines.
I do! I usually have 2 log launchers. I have 1 of the Stone Slammer, and I usually have 2 siege barracks, because the 11s usually use hybrid, and I only cook 1 record, because our other 10...
Where's the blunt, Jen? Where's the Stone Slammer, Jen?
Nobody... I said I cook 1 Stone Slammer.
Well, all I'm saying...
Stone Slammer, 1 record, 2 siege barracks, and 2 log launchers, because that's what people use.
Just admit to your dirty jelly ways.
No, because I don't.
I know you do.
I do jam, but it's not like... I don't think I have today, because like I said, I have my army, and then I know what to cook.
I don't think you do it all the time. You just do it when you know I'm cooking the troops.
How would I know when you're cooking the
troops? Because you know what I'm on.
No, I don't. Okay, getting off topic here. So, the events, I'm not liking, because it's too much freaking effort to do at least 12 attacks and build their base, and 15 and 20 with the other ones. That's just crap.
Well,
that's all I can say.
Yeah, there's not much we can say on that, can we? Yeah, I mean, I was just checking to see if there was an overlap between the Builder Base event versus clan games, because normally you end up doing a lot of Builder Base during clan games, but no, it finishes before clan games.
And that's another thing. I always drop trophies for clan games, because it just makes doing the challenges so much quicker and easier. And if I have to do this bloody event, that means I'm going to push up a trophy.
Nobody's forcing you to do this event, Jen.
And then I'm going to have to spend all freaking day dropping them again. Like, I'm already at 3,000 as it is.
Life is so hard.
It is hard. It is.
So, what with clan games coming back on, and no doubt having another builder ruin of gold, I think you might actually.
If they do, I'm done. I'm not playing anymore, because That's just ignorant. That's them doing it on purpose. And that's
Well, it's not happened yet, so don't worry. But I think...
no, I need a hero book. I have my wants. I need a hero book. And some builder potions.
Okay, but I think with client games coming up, of which they've not released the rewards yet, I don't know why they don't do it early. But I think you and I should see if we can beat your record.
Okay.
So I say we race to because it's not one of the big clan games where you get like, what was it, 500 or something like that, 5,000 points. So it's at your usual 4,000 points, right? So I think we should stop at whoever reaches 3,500. So whoever passes that first. And
Okay.
what is our current record?
Is it not 34 minutes?
34 minutes.
I think it's 34 minutes, 27 seconds or something like that.
Okay. Oh, you remember the seconds as well, do you? Alright, so let's see if we can get past 3,500 points in under 34 minutes. Alright, let's see if we can shave off a minute or two. Do you fancy it then?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see for next episode if we get it done.
Okay.
Don't forget to stack the board. Okay. So you were giving us your wants for what you want from hand games, but how obviously you want them because you want to progress in your base. So how is your Town Hall 13 adventures coming along?
Well, I have done both levels of the Teslas, which was, holy crap, long. So I've got all 5 Teslas maxed. And I think there's like 2 levels on each of the bombs as well, because I'm still doing air bombs, I'm still doing regular bombs, and I think I still have 2 giant bombs left. And I mean, I'm trying to focus on all of my traps first. But I have done 1 wizard tower, and I've got 2 other ones upgrading. And I want to say I did mortars. Yes, I've got my mortars done as well, the first level of those. So I've got another level to do of those. But other than that, practice takes so freaking long. I haven't been, I've got all these bases that, I see videos of them doing so well against all these attack strategies and whatnot, and then I try them and I get crushed, and it's just like, well, I wonder if they would do well if I was actually closer to max. Like, I'm still basically a freaking Town Hall 12 with all my shoddy defenses. Like, I've got everything 12 except for, the scatters and my Teslas.
Then why do you keep pulling max Town Hall 13s, Jenn?
11s. It's the 4 max Town Hall 11s that we have that are adding all the weight.
Maybe you're just, heavy and you're just not aware.
No.
Shouldn't have had that extra bag of chips.
No. I was actually wondering, should I be doing, is the Eagle going to make that much of a difference at level 4? Should I be doing my scatters to level 2? Should I be doing my expos? I don't want to focus. Our wars are tough enough as it is.
Well, stick with doing your traps first. I would.
Well, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing my traps because they don't add as much weight. But, if I do, the Eagle and the Expos and the Bomb Tower and the Infernos and the Scatters, that's going to add a crap ton more weight.
Yeah, but you're going to have to add that weight sometime, aren't you?
I know, but I'll eventually have a max champion by then.
Oh, yes, and heroes. I'm still looking forward to that day. But still enjoying Town Hall 13?
Still enjoying it. My 3-star rate sucks. which is kind of tough.
Well, I mean, it's probably better than mine.
No, I don't know. It's frustrating too because like I'll watch an attack and then I'll find that base in multiplayer or whatever, and it's try to replicate the attack and it just doesn't go the same. It's like, why doesn't my champion go this way? Why doesn't my warden go and do this?
Well, just remember, just because you saw it doesn't mean you're...
No, I know, but it's just like, when you're trying to,
yeah,
like they did, it's just like, well, how did they get it to go in there? Mine totally avoided the middle and I did everything the same.
Well, you think, but yeah, no, I mean, you said you were using hybrid and whatnot, because I've seen you have success with hybrid.
I'm scared to try anything else in War because I feel more pressure now that I have to 3-star, and I feel like hybrid is just my go-to attack. I'm strongest with it, and I just like even in our last war, like there was a couple armies that I would have tried, but it was risky. It was
yeah,
possible.
It's hard. It is harder when you're up near one of the top town halls to be able to experiment as much. But hopefully when our town hall 12 becomes matures, then
if he even survives being in the clan.
Well, yeah. But everyone has a rough go. He just needs to communicate. There's nothing. It doesn't matter what clan you're in. You can never. If you're giving information that you're not gonna be able to attack in time, or you need CC troops early or whatnot, any kind of relevant communication is never gonna be frowned upon. And if it is, then really that's not a clan you want to be in. And that's something that is so important in our clan because we don't use any third-party comms of any sort. It's all done in chat and mails and whatnot because we keep the game in the game. And it's so important to communicate with your clan. If not, just to not waste people's time or to not waste, the war generals' kind of efforts to try and coordinate people that are in different time zones and have things going on outside the game. So, and I think, I don't know what's been happening, but our clan's been having a bit of a brain fart on that side. Yeah. And these are established members. These are, people that have been with us for a long, long time, and yet they're slacking.
And I mean, I understand that, when something happens, all of a sudden you can't always jump on. Clash isn't the first thing people think of. I understand that. But it literally takes like 15 seconds to find 15 seconds at any point just to jump on and say, I'm going to be late. Or whatever. Like, it's just, yeah. It's frustrating.
It is. But I mean, it's even... Okay, I agree with you. You can't be on, let's say you've got a family emergency or whatever, Clash is not going to be at the forefront of your brain. Right? So I can understand that, but we're talking about people that are on the game, chatting to you during war day and not getting their heads in. So they're on the game. So that's the thing, we're not talking about life happens. We're talking about you're actually in the game talking to people. Not and just coming in to request war troops, blah blah blah. You know, you're in the game talking to people and actually spending time on the game, and yet not getting your hit in is I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, people are having quite a few brain farts and just getting lazy.
And it's annoying because I'm holding attacks because, you know, especially this last war, you know, we wanted bases scouted because they had already perfected us. And I mean, when people are waiting on one person to attack, it's just...
It's just selfish, really.
It is.
You know, because...
I mean, at least if he would have said something, you know, I can't attack, then okay, we're not waiting for you. You're going to be on cleanup. I'm going to send these guys to go in and, you know, what have you.
Yeah, I mean, because there's going to be, like, because we're not all in the same time zone, there's going to be a set, like, there's going to be a time range of which certain people will be awake to attack, you know, and if that person's going to be waiting to see if they need to clean up a different base, then, you know, the war plan's shot at that point. Mm-hmm. So... yeah, I mean, like you've just talked about. I guess that moves on to our next topic, which was just a short update in terms of awards, which, like you said just there, we got perfected. Is that even a word?
We do not like the French. The French always get us, and they had an engineer at the bottom.
Yeah, with a true proper one cannon,
measly little cannon. And what frustrated me was the spam attacks that they just laid on our bases to walk over them. Like it was, and I mean, you can't even defend against spam.
It was very much one line of, what was it? What did he do? Yep. One line of golems, one line of witches, one line of super wizards.
Yep. Spam it all in. Drop a couple spells. Like it's the same thing as the one line of giants, one line of witches, one line of bowlers. I hate that attack. It's just spam. And you can't defend against that. If any of our Town Hall 10s wanted to 3-star every single time, just spam that attack. If the 11s wanted to 3-star every time, just spam that attack. It works.
Does it work? You need to try it, Jen.
Nope. I said in chat, like, do I need to start using spam? But I won't, because that's just, I don't attack like that, and I never will.
Maybe
I never used Witch Slap. I never used Witch Slap at Town Hall 9 because I don't.
Maybe I should learn that.
If you go right, then you can start covering me again. I'll try my hybrid on I'll start, trying these other armies I want to try, and you can clean it up with spam.
Well, I'm probably not even good at spam. But the thing with those is sometimes they're boring. They're not mentally engaging in the game to just do a line, and then drop your spells. It's not...
Well, it's just it, and how is that fun? I want the game to be fun. I want the game to be challenging.
Well, for them, it's fun because it's like, here's another 3-star on my profile.
Well, it's fun because they can spam and win.
Well, yeah, and for some people, that's all that matters to them. So if that's why they want to play the game, that's how they want to play the game.
Damn French.
We always lose to the French for some reason. Mm-hmm. You know how we have certain traditions. I'll tell you about this later when we come out. The episode, but remember to tell you about our traditions, and maybe we need to change that. So that ended our streak. What was it? Were we on our 4th one?
Yeah, we
weren't very much. No, I think that tends to generally happen in that we have a big long streak.
do that. We lose one, we win a couple more, and then we lose another one, and then we go on another big streak.
Yeah, almost like we pull our crap together to say, okay, enough of that. Let's start running again. So we've spun and found a war with the lower town hall. So you and I are actually not in war. So it's 11 and under. And that will be an interesting one. Because
I think I see that they did match against a new Town Hall 12, Rush Town Hall 12, because the Town Hall 12 is actually lower on the map than their Town Hall 11. I do think it's a war that they could win. I do think it's a war that should be a perfect war.
I looked at their top. I've only fleetingly looked because I haven't had time, but I only looked at their very top base, and I think they may actually have an advantage. How come they always have an advantage when we're not in the war, Jen?
I don't know.
Is it because of your weighty base?
No, it's because of the 3 Max Town Hall 11. I'm serious. It's because of the Max Town Hall 11.
The Town Hall 11s are the ones in this war, and yet somehow they still spun at an advantage. So, but yeah, so hopefully they'll win. But it'll be interesting.
I don't understand why there's more hounds in. Why? Sorry.
Are you getting distracted?
I am distracted because I don't understand why we're all of a sudden putting more hounds in war CCs now.
I mean, hounds can work, but you gotta know what to use them with. You can't fill, can you? Oh boy. There we go. Okay. Let me know when you're done, Jen.
Okay, yep, we're good.
Okay. Alright. So hopefully that's just bloody typical, isn't it? You know, you and I are not in war, and you and I actually have time to do our hits because it's the weekend. You know, we're not rushing around trying to squeeze it in between work and whatnot. But hopefully, I mean, because the last war we had to set out some of our lowers, it made sense to set out the top people this time around. So
just trying to be fair.
Yeah. But you and I, we're gonna go on a recruiting spree, aren't we? So the poor guy that I recruited and accidentally kicked did not come back. I just don't think he's been back in the game, which again I guess might have been a blessing in disguise that I kicked him. He's just not been back on his game, so. But if he does come back, because I have invited him back, at least we'll have another person then. But hopefully he's a bit more active than what he has been. Okay, so the next thing I thought we'd mention was just the, what do we call it? The Warmups, the World Warmups or something like that is what they're called. So, you know, Supercell are like, oh, we have to wait until, what's it, May or something before they all start the World Championships again. So they're having a warm-up sort of mini tournament, whereby, what is it, 40k is up for grabs? $40,000 is up for grabs, basically. Whereby, you know, whoever was the top 8 clans from this month's CWL, Chance 1 got through to sort of play against people that were in the championships, and some invited clans, I think it was, right? So that today I think they did their sort of drawing of the brackets of who's playing who. So I don't know if you've sort of been following it. I just hear bits here and there, but the 8 clans that were at the top of their CWL and they made it through, basically. So we've got JX Tiger, Sky Stars, NGT Legends, Legion Divina, MCES, Method to Madness, Hanoi Royal, and Wahaha. So those were the top clans. And then the ones that were invited to come in, right? So they didn't have to essentially qualify. They were, as I look this up because I'm so ready for talking about it. Bear with me, okay? The invited clans were Unicorns of Love, Space Station Gaming, Indian Clashers, Affiliate Esports, Penta, CR Betis, Tribe Gaming, and Vanguard Gaming. So those were the invited clans, right? So today they did the sort of matching of these people. And I'll just very quickly run through them all. So I thought it was quite an interesting idea in that these 2 sets of 8 people, 8 clans, fight each other, and then whoever wins out of those matches then fights against one of the 8 of the world finalists.
Yeah, so, it was a little bit. I was interested to see how they played everything out, and I like that part.
So just to very quickly go through how the draws came about, right? So, and they start playing this tomorrow, but Vanguard Gaming will be versus Hanoi Royale, and whoever wins that one goes then on to fight ATN Attacks. And then Unicorns of Love will be fighting Wahaha, who will then move on to fight 11 Original, and then Penta versus MCES will then move on to fight Nation Dance, and then Tribe Gaming with NGT Legends will then fight Tompanai Empire, and then Indian Clashers versus Legion Divina, and will then move on to fight Queen Walkers, and then Space Station Gaming will be fighting JX Tiger, and they'll go on to fight Darkest Muzan. Affiliate Esports versus Sky Stars will then move on to fight HT Family, and then CR Betis versus Method to Madness will then go on to fight Vatang. So that's a heck of a lot of matches. Right?
That is. They're all being played tomorrow.
I don't know, and then that's what I was going to ask you. Are they all going to be played? I think they must only be doing the ones that I just said, but then the world finalists, the ones against the world finalists, that must be another day, I'm assuming, because that's a heck of a lot of matches. That's like it's 8 matches basically, because there's 8 teams. There's 8 versus 8 clans versus 8 clans. So, if that would be a long day, because if you do like an hour per one match, that's 8 hours. So that would be a long match. But do any of those sort of matchups pique your interest?
I'm interested in seeing the Space Station Gaming one, just to kind of see how the breakaway tribe members fare. Otherwise, I enjoy watching all of them.
Yeah. So I think that's something that you and I have mentioned. I don't know if you've mentioned it here, but what will be interesting is that with all the roster sort of changes, I think those mix-ups have added a bit more life to the competitive play.
Absolutely.
I think that my personal opinion is that in the last World Championships, there were only one or two that were clear favourites and they were quite ahead of the pack, right? But I think now that there's been some changes in people's rosters and whatnot, I think it's a lot more even playing field now. I don't think that... I mean, there are still a couple that are obviously favourites and whatnot, but I actually do think that the wars that we see now will be anyone's game at that point. It wouldn't be like... So, for example, like ATN eventually won it, but they were always like the... You know...
The favorite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you see them play anybody else, it'd be like, well, the odds are in ATN's favour. Whereas now, I think, with all the changes, I do actually think that it's gotten a bit more competitive, as in a bit more...
I think a lot of other teams are now able to compete with them. And just in some of the other tournaments that I've been watching, they've been beating alternate attacks. Mm-hmm. So whether they're, you know, just taking things slow or, you know, these other teams are getting better, I think this year's World Finals is going to be a lot more even than it was last year. Because last year it just kind of seemed like, the final was still... It was a good match, but, you know, like you said, ATN was favored to win. And, I mean, even Queen Walkers this year, like, there's going to be a lot of good teams that are going to be fighting for the final, and it is going to be anybody's game, and I know it will be.
Yeah, and as a viewer of watching these things, it's a lot more interesting to watch. Right? It's all very well when you've got your favourites and whatnot, but... When they're like pretty much steamrolling some of the other clans, it's a bit boring to watch sometimes, right? So when it's an even playing field, it's a bit more engaging as a viewer to watch, and you know, when the wars are so close and it's pretty much, you know, to the very last battle. That as a person that's watching is more exciting than seeing somebody roll over another clan. But yeah, so that's on tomorrow, so I might watch some of that, see how that goes. But yeah, the 40Ks, that's quite a lot of money as well, so... But they do have to fight a lot of battles, I think, so... But that's fine. I just wanted to just sort of briefly go over it, because, and I do sometimes think, you know, I do wonder whether the people in our clan watch some of these things, because, you know, I'm not saying as you watch it you suddenly become pro, but sometimes if you watch it you just get an appreciation to what those troops are trying to do.
Absolutely.
You know, and yeah, just to know how to recover from things and whatnot. But yeah, I don't think a lot of our people in our clan watch things like that. They're not as competitive as you are, Jen.
Well, I think one of our Town Hall 11s might. Because, I mean, he's always watched...
You mean the tile counter?
The tile counter, yes. The tile counter.
If you're going to be a tile counter, then of course you're going to be watching those things, aren't you? Oh, goodness. He's a Town Hall 10. 11? Is he an 11 or a 10? So I'm having my own brain fart now. What Town Hall is he?
11. The tile counter is an 11.
For whatever reason, I saw him being ranked as a 10.
In our war search, he still comes up as a Town Hall 10.
Oh, right, okay, so it's not just me. I was like, what's going on?
No, like, you go to pick the people, for whatever reason, his Town Hall still shows him as Town Hall 10.
Right, okay, so it wasn't me. I was like, wait a minute, because I like to have an even spread when I'm having to opt out people. I like to sort of make sure that there's, you know, people covering each other with their equivalent town halls. So I was like, we have quite a lot of town hall text. I knew that. Is that what's going on here? And something didn't quite click there. But why is that? Why does that happen?
I have no idea. It's been like that for, since he went to Town Hall 11. And he's been a Max Town Hall 11 for ages now.
Oh my goodness. Maybe he's like a secret engineer.
Maybe that's why our wars are always so skewed. Maybe it's reading something wrong with him, and that's what's throwing it all out of balance.
Maybe. If that's how, his picture comes up as a 10.
I notice it every single time I go in there, and I want to say something to him, but I keep forgetting. And I keep forgetting to say it to you.
Yeah, well, no, that's weird. I've never noticed that. Even though I started the last 2 wars, I've just been like, oh, okay. So, were we gonna speak about anything else today?
Just a Can't Fix Stupid if you have.
Oh yeah. I guess the theme, this will probably turn out to be a new thing now as well. So the theme of recruitment this week, that I've been experiencing, is a lot of people are going down the whole 2 stars win wars aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now I'm getting a lot of and then we said this before, when you come into the clan, we like to see that how you're gonna do in wars, through FCs or whatnot. So we like to see how you attack. And then, we like to see that you have the capability to 3-star. Not every 100% all the time, but you have enough knowledge and enough skill in the game to be able to do so. And I've been getting a lot of grief about asking this, and they're like, why do you want 3? I can give you 2. Like, and I have to say, 2 stars aren't gonna win our wars, and they're like, well, in my experience they do, or it'll be like, I can go get 2 stars, and I find that could help a war, and I'm like, I don't think it does help a war, because somebody then has to clean up what you didn't get. Right? Mm-hmm. But I mean, so that was the theme in terms of recruitment this week. There's a lot of people that thought 2 stars was good enough to win wars, and I guess I understand if obviously Town Hall 13s, if you're like all the top town halls, kinda, and that one maybe, yeah, okay, but if you're like a Town Hall 7 or a Town Hall 8 and you're in a mixed clan with like Town Hall 10s and whatnot, then your 2 stars are not gonna win that war.
Somebody's cleaning up your mess.
So, yeah. So I mean,
what we need on base number 3 with our little ones. Someone's cleaning up the mess.
Yes, Jen, I did not 3-star with my little one.
I didn't 3-star either. I didn't 3-star. The 7s have to clean up because
I'm going through my drought. Oh, it's been rough being little. But yeah, so I've been having a lot of that sort of backlash to my sort of prompting. But my Can't Fix Stupid was, I think it was today or it was yesterday, I don't know if you saw, but there was this guy who decided that this clan wasn't for him. And I'm like, okay, well, bye and good luck. Go find the clan that best suits you, because we don't fit everyone. And then he was like, okay, I will leave if you give me an electro dragon. I'm like, wait, I'm having to pay you to get you to lead the clan? No. It's like, okay, I'll leave, but only if you give me an electro dragon. And I'm like, or I could press this button right here where I don't have to give you anything. Yeah. And the end result is still the same.
Why people, how people even think that that's going to work.
Well, it was just this sort of, okay, pay me to leave your clan kind of dealy. It's almost like the mirror effect of, you invited me in your clan, please give me Elder and Co. I'm special. Kind of thing. I don't need to obey how your clan runs because I was invited. So, or remember I told you about that guy who was like, I think we said in an episode way back, it was the guy that was like, hey, I was invited, what do I get? Yeah, and then this other new guy, because you and I were both asleep, and then this other new guy said nothing. It's like, oh, well, bye, and then he left. And that was when you and I were asleep. So apparently, the whole Cat Fix Do thing happens even when we're not in the clan. So, but yeah, that was, he did not get his electro dragon, but he was sent on his way. Okay.
Well, it's kind of like the say, oh, give me this or I'll punch you in the face, kind of. Like,
yes. Oh, nothing like a little bit of that. Yeah, no. I don't know how people think, like, do they not understand that we can just punt them out?
Yeah, I don't know.
But, anyway, I will leave you to wrap up.
So next episode we will have some things to talk about. We will talk about clan games. There better be a gold rune in there and a hero book. Then leagues will be not long after that. I think clan games will end before leagues start.
Clan game is in about 2 hours. 2 days,
yeah.
Sorry, 2 days.
And then there probably won't be any events. There might be some shop offers that we can talk about. We'll probably watch some of the qualifier thing that's going on, so we can kind of see how close we were on the matches being a little bit more even. And what else? We'll update on how our wars keep going, and the update is coming soon. It's gonna be sometime in the next couple of weeks for sure. We usually drop it around March, end of March, beginning of April. So the update will be coming, and then we'll have lots to talk about then. And
yep.
Until then, we will see you all later.
Bye.